I have found the perfect way to represent how I feel about the Binding of Isaac after 400 hours of experience into one single video. To do this, we'll have to use the assistance of a seed, an 8-digit code that locks you into a specific run with room drops and items always being the same every time you play it. We'll also be playing as Eden. This part's important as Eden's starting stats and items are randomised and are specific to each seed. The rules are simple. We can't pick up any items. This'll give the best experience. We have to rely on Eden's starting stats using the starting items we're given. The only exception to this is the item in the 3rd floor treasure room containing a powerful artifact that attracts enemies towards your tiers called Strange Attractor. Making our face a monster magnet will for sure give us the power we need to vanquish our enemies. We also have to beat the boss on the 3rd floor. If you're wondering why I chose the 3rd floor as the finishing point, have you tried beating this game without any items before? Let's just say the late game is designed with taking items in mind. This will also be on the regular path, not the alternate path from the Repentance DLC, as it's actually easier. At first glance, something should stick out to you, other than Eden's funky hairdo. Yep. The room's dark, meaning we've got the Curse of Darkness on this floor. Also, our damage and fire rate is abysmal. First room in, you can already tell this is going to be fun. The boss on this floor is Dingle. Yes, it is a weird game, I know. Seeing as we've got a few minutes to kill here, I guess this is as good a time as any to describe what my starting items are. At the top left of the screen you've got Guppy's Paw. This item lets you turn each refillable red heart into 3 soul hearts, which disappear after you take enough damage. The second item is Rock Bottom. Typically this is a really strong item that you hardly ever see. It stops your stats from ever getting lower than they currently are. This is great if you ever get a temporary damage or fire rate increase because that buff will be permanent. It's a shame I didn't find a single use for it until over an hour in, rendering it almost completely useless. After finally beating Dingle, it's time for the 2nd floor, the Burning Basement. The Burning Basement has some of the toughest early game enemies you can come up against. Also, we can now see a bit better with the Curse of Darkness gone at the expense of knowing where we are. And already we get to see those tough enemies I was literally just talking about. These shoot a crazy amount of projectiles in cardinal directions while shifting around sporadically, making them pretty darn tough to kill. After skipping right past our item room, we come across one of our many weaknesses, enemy generators. Trying to keep on top of all the enemies that spawn in is the equivalent of trying to wrestle a greased pig. It ain't gonna happen. Not when you're 3-shotting spiders anyway. Best thing you can do is just go for the enemy spawner and deal with everything else after. This floor's boss is Larry Jr. Due to the unpredictability of their movement, it doesn't take much to get cornered here. With Larry down, it's 3rd floor time. A couple of rooms in and we get our first proper item, Strange Attractor. I honestly don't think the catacombs are as bad as the Burning Basement, so this floor shouldn't be too awful. Okay, bad timing, but my point still stat, attempt 2. This time, no messing around. We've actually got to try our best to take it slow and save our health for the final floor so that we don't end up with half a heart again. With a bit of patience, this shouldn't be too bad, and if we do this, we should be in a much better shape than last time and have more of a chance of taking down that 3rd boss. It may have taken a little while, but we're finally making a bit of progress. This is what every Tainted Cain run feels like. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so awful. Oh my god. Okay, this time I mean it. Things really are going to be different this time. God damn it! Look, you know what we need? We need a different character, one who packs a bit more of a punch, someone just a little bit stronger. But don't worry, this is still going to be just as difficult. Tainted Judas starts with an item called Dark Arts. This lets you dash through enemies and projectiles, causing extra damage. He's unlocked by taking the regular version of Judas to a special ending and using something called the Cracked Key Piece on one of the walls. And before you ask, the Cracked Key Piece is a consumable that you get from dropping a trinket on the earlier floors before you start ascending back up the floors where it turns into the key piece. Once you ascend all the way up, you're taken to the home floor where you get to fight the physical manifestation of Dogma itself. Dogma being defined by Oxford Languages as a principle all its feathers, but with a bit of laid down by an and with that, we have finally beaten Mother with Tainted Judas. Damn it! No, you know what? No Tainted Judas and no more messing around. I don't care if it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna beat this godforsaken challenge for reasons I can't quite remember. Mars. Oh my god. Oh, the frail is so bad. Oh my god. This is it. This is it. The worst possible enemy. Don't you dare. You're not gonna kill me. I can't believe this boss, man. I didn't even think that this was a third floor boss. Maybe I thought it was a different one. I thought, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought. I thought it was the one that turns into a skeleton afterwards. And oh, it is! Oh my god! I thought I'd won. I totally forgot. Oh my god! Okay. Oh, I spoke too soon. Okay, note to self: next time I play this game, pick up some items. It'll hopefully be a bit more fun that way. Okay, I'm getting to grips with him. I don't feel too bad, but I won't hopefully jinx myself. And there it is. It may have taken a fair few attempts, but now you know exactly how it feels when I play this game. Well, thank God that's over. Now that I finally beat this, I can thankfully stop working on my backup plan that I drafted up in Game Builder Garage.